Are you living like tomorrow is a guarantee that this will come up the next day?
You have to believe. It all starts in your mind.
So, are you living like tomorrow is a guarantee? Are you banking that the sun is going to come up tomorrow? Are you banking on that you're going to wake up tomorrow? These are all unsures. These are all no guarantees. But you know what's interesting, and myself included, I used to live like tomorrow was a guarantee. You know what that caused me? That caused me to procrastinate. That caused me not to go after my goals. That caused me to just get wasted, do a lot of drugs, be riddled with coping mechanisms, and not go after what it is I wanted. So I just recently had a chat with someone, and I was getting the vibe that they're a little bit later on in their life, and this person was just felt like they were guaranteeing that tomorrow was going to happen. And Tony Robbins says that at the beginning of our life we should all be told that we're dying, because each and every single day we're getting closer and closer to our death. But not to make this morbid or talk about too much about death, but in the aspect of like we should jump on what it is we want to be doing. So I find that it's so easy for us to procrastinate. I find that it's easy for us to not think about what it is we want, to not think about and just go about our day. But you know that the clock is ticking day by day. The clock is ticking, and you can never get back a moment. The moment is so precious. Look at this. They only come every single day. Well, maybe if it's cloudy, but that's the challenge with life, in a way. Is like things that just come to us naturally. Like we didn't pay for the sun. No one paid for it, but it just keeps showing up. And often these are the things that money can't buy, and these are the things that we take for granted. So what I want to ask you here is, are you living like tomorrow is a guarantee? Are you just sitting in woe is me? And I don't blame you, and I'm not calling you out if you are, but I'm just asking you this question to ask yourself. And if this is the case, this is maybe a check-in with you to maybe rethink about how you went about your day to day. Like, what did you do today? And are you happy with what you did today? Because you'll never get today back. But are you living like tomorrow is a guarantee? Are you planning? Are you hoping? Like, so for example, with this border shut and the traveling and, we can't go here, we can't go there. We're like banking on this future moment that the world will be better, but we can't dictate what is going to happen out in that world. But what we can dictate is what's going to happen in our inner world. So if we're living for this future moment, like I can't wait till this future moment, I can't wait. Yeah, it's okay to be excited. It's okay to get to work towards something, to work towards a goal. But even when you accomplish that goal, I've accomplished many of my goals and still got many more to go. When you accomplish it in the moment. You don't accomplish it in a future moment. So no matter where we are, it's always going to be the present moment. And I know I've heard a lot about this with the spiritual community, and I think they've kind of swept it away a little bit, but it's good to turn it into like a practical, pragmatic, get me into some joy, with the present moment. And if we're living for a future moment, or we're living like tomorrow is a guarantee, then, we're never going to be satisfied with what it is or where it is that we're at within ourselves or in our current circumstance. Now, Ed Milet has the saying, and he says, blissfully dissatisfied. I really like that. So you must enjoy where you're at, but be dissatisfied with your results. And the reason that is it gets you to work towards something. Just like plants, just like you see all these plants, like they're all growing, and once they're done growing, they're dying. So it's okay to live for a future moment, to build yourself a goal, but if you're waiting to live life for a future moment, then this is the place that I would look into. I know I have in my past for sure, and I still often sometimes get caught in that, but I thought that conversation was interesting because I felt like the person was living for a future date that may or may not even happen. Tony Robbins says too, we may die in 6 days, we might die in 6 weeks, 6 months, but all we have is right now. And those aren't guaranteed. Anything can happen. And with that, are you going after what it is you want? Are you sitting in this time looking at how bad it is and focusing on the negative parts of life, because you're never going to get this back? You only get one shot at this. You only get one chance at this. So what I'd invite you to with this video is to just check in with yourself. Are you living like tomorrow is a guarantee? Because I can guarantee you one thing. Nothing is a guarantee, and one thing that is guaranteed is it will always change. Life is in a constant flux, a constant change, an ever growing, an ever cycling, ever changing, momentum, beautiful, shifting place. And that is always happening. The earth is always moving, it's always growing, it's always changing, and that is a guarantee. And hopefully you are changing with it, and hopefully you enjoy changing with it. But I just ask you, please, if you're living like tomorrow is a guarantee, tune into yourself and have a great day and enjoy today, because there's a beautiful sunset on its way.